Hello everybody, welcome to the presentation. I'm Krishna Raman. I'm Director of Sales Engineering at Acqueon Technologies. So I also have Andy Markopoulos, who's our Sales Director, with us. So about Acqueon Technologies, we were formed in the year 2005, and our core business is contact centers, and we have built products for several technologies from Cisco, Microsoft to Avaya. And we are a leading developer partner for Microsoft, Avaya, and Cisco, and our head office is based out of Princeton, New Jersey, and we have sales and support offices across the globe. So these are some of our partial customer list. As you can see, we have customers all across the globe in various verticals. So as you know, Microsoft Lync is one of the best leading unified communication solution, which helps employees to communicate with each other over voice, email, or chatting. So with AIQ, the product that we are talking about today, it is a contact center product which enables customers to reach out to the enterprise. So some of the key features or key functionality of the product is it supports inbound voice channel, outbound SMS, social media, chat, and email. And our product has a unique feature called Universal Queue Engine, which helps customers to contact to the enterprise or various channels. So the agents get logged into the software using various skill sets across all these channels so that they can get contacts handled appropriately. So some of the key highlights of the product. So in addition to handling standard inbound calls, from an user experience perspective, one can just send a text to our software and we can give a call back to the customer. So it helps to reduce the cost significantly, be it a toll charge or toll-free charges, both from a customer perspective and also for the user perspective. And the second one, the Clone Me technology, so people don't really need to call into the contact center. Actually, they could just call, and actually the system could wait for them in the queue, and whenever it's appropriate, we could give them a call back when they are like in the front of the queue. And the third one, the proactive contact in any banks or any other industry. So during the start of the month, there might be a lot of contacts coming into the center. And in order to avoid that, we could have proactive contacts handled proactively by calling them, leaving standard outbound messages, or doing standard text-to-speech messages so that we can avoid those contacts coming in, so that they can have a good amount of agent workflow for a particular day. And from an agent experience perspective, the agents could be remote, or they could sit on the enterprise and take calls. And for supervisor, there are reports available in the mobile devices which they could use to look at various chats. So with that, what I'll do is I'll do a brief demonstration. So what's going to happen is Andy is going to send a text to the software onto a particular queue, and what I'll be doing is I'm an agent. I'm sitting as an agent, so I'm not ready. So Andy will be sending a text now. So he'll be sending a text. So, and he would get a response back stating that we are not available, and we would give a call back in say 4 or 5 minutes whenever the agent is available. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make this agent available. So as you can see, I got a call immediately, and it should place a call back onto the Andy's phone. And as part of this, I've got all the screen pop with all his information, and all his previous interactions right here. All his previous interactions. Those previous interactions could be, thanks. Those previous interactions could be over voice, email, or chat. So I'll go ahead and disconnect this call. So the next interaction that I'm going to show, as part of this, once I finish up with the call, I'll be able to set up this wrap-up information. I'll be able to set up the appropriate wrap-up code and disposition this call so that next time when he calls in, the agent would be able to identify why he has called into the center, and so that he can handle that call appropriately. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a chat request. So I'm on the customer's website. I just put in the details and I enter my customer ID and I say, hello, I need some information about the product. So on the agent desktop, I got that message. I would be able to interact with the customer, and at the end of the call, I would be able to disconnect this. After interacting, I would be able to push pages to the customer's website and interact. And at the end of that, I would be able to close that chat, and I would be able to send the transcript at this point of time to the customer I'm chatting with. So as part of every interaction, I can set up the agent to enter the wrap-up information. And now, likewise, the same thing for email. So I would be able to basically get inbound emails, answer them, reject them, and I could bring in supervisor who could help answer that email as well. And social media, we can take in Facebook status messages and route it back to the agents so that agent can handle appropriately. So as part of this, as part of the agent desktop, agent would be able to see the productivity of the time from which he logged in today, and you would be able to gather some stats. And as part of this, he would be able to also see all the campaigns that he is logged in with. He can be part of various campaigns. Those campaigns could be preview, predictive, progressive, or any campaign type. So now coming back to the supervisor, so this is the supervisor dashboard, and as a supervisor I can see how many agents are taking calls, how many are not available, how many are ready, no answer. I would be able to get all those stats. And then if I want more details about a particular agent, I could go in and check on the productivity of a particular agent, on how much time they were staffed, ready, no answer. I would be able to see all those stats. So in addition to that, I will be also able to see all these separate media types, be it an inbound voice call, outbound email, chats, all that. And also the supervisor would be able to see all the progress that has happened from a campaign perspective. So he would be able to click on a specific campaign. He would be able to see all the contacts, how many are closed, open, what is the progress of the campaigns, and he could also see the dispositions that the agent has selected as part of this campaign. And he could also see the active contacts that are going on within the system that are being dialed out to the customers. So the next thing is quality monitoring. So when the call is routed to the contact center, our system records all call, be it an inbound or outbound call. So the agent can go in, and supervisor could go in and search for all the records or specific records, and he can actually listen to the recording. And once he does that, he will be able to evaluate that particular recording and do some scoring for that particular call. So you could set up individual scoring for each of these queue types. So based on what he hears, he does score them, and it can be used for reporting later. So as part of the supervisor desktop, there are a lot of monitoring that he could do from an hourly basis. He could see all the emails that has come in on an hourly basis, how many are closed, responded. You could see all that information right here. And as part of this package, there is also a DTMF-based IVR which supports TTS, which you can use to do proactive contact. So with that, what I'll do is I'll switch to administration of the system itself. So you can configure as many users as you want into the system, and for each individual user, you would be able to assign them skill sets, and also you would be able to assign them queues, so that when a contact comes in, based on their attributes, it gets routed to the appropriate agents. And from an outbound perspective, you can create as many campaigns as you want, assign agent skill sets, and you can set up campaigns of different types. So the campaigns could be preview, power, predictive campaign, or it could be just a progressive campaign reaching out to customers over IVR, email, or SMS. And as part of this, there are some advanced campaign management functionalities that is available, which will help you to strategize your calling, either by segmenting the list, creating priority for certain customer contacts as well. So as part of this package, there are various standard reports that are available, which will help you to gather historical information about the productivity of the agents, the campaigns, the IVRs, and the skill sets. So any questions so far? So this is just a brief overview. If I can say, I've just shown you like 25% of all the feature set of our product. So in case if you want to see more or demonstrate or get into customer calls, we'll definitely do that. Thanks for the opportunity.